Good morning, students. In previous class, we discussed reproduction in plants topic. Now, today we are going to discuss the same topic. Okay. Reproduction through spores. Next, reproduction through body parts. Next, reproduction through seeds. In plants, reproduction goes on through three processes. One is reproduction through spores, second one is reproduction through body parts, third one is reproduction through seeds. In previous class, we already discussed about two topics: reproduction through spores, reproduction through body parts. Reproduction through spores, here the examples are moths, mushrooms and fern plants. Fern plants, mushrooms and moths are the examples of reproduction through spores. Next, reproduction through body parts. Here we have some other examples. Reproduction through roots, reproduction through stem, reproduction through leaves. Reproduction through roots already we discussed. Carrot, radish, sweet potato are the examples. Etc. are the examples. We discussed about one experiment also in last class. Next, reproduction through stem. This also we discussed. Onion bulb. If we keep onion bulb in the soil, it grow into a new plant. Next, potato eyes. If you cut the eyes portion of the potato and if you keep in the soil, that grow into new plant. That grows into new plant. Next, ginger also. Ginger contains what buds? So it has buds. It has some finger-like projections. The growth of finger-like projections will be there. If you keep that in the soil, that may grow as new plant. Next, turmeric also same as. Next, sugar cane. Sugar cane, one cutting stem of the sugar cane. If you keep in the soil, that can grow as new plant. Next, rose. This you can see commonly at your homes. Your mother or your sisters may cut the stem of the rose and they keep in the soil and they water it regularly. After some days, that can grow as new plant. New leaves arise from that and that grow as a new plant. This is the topic of reproduction through stem. This already we discussed. Next one is reproduction through leaves. Here in this, we have to know one thing. Bryophyllum begonia leaves. You know the bryophyllum leaves. We say that one in Telugu, Branapala Aku. So that leaf contain notches. That leaf contain notches in its leaf. So in that notches place, the margins have the notches. So there the buds can grow and that can grow as a new plant. The bryophyllum leaf margins contain the notches and from that notches buds can grow and here they may grow as a new plant. Okay, like this. Clear? Is it clear to you? Here, the bryophyllum leaf, if you keep in a book, that from the notches of the margin of the leaf, buds grow from that notches, and if you keep this one in the soil, that can grow as a new plant. If you keep these buds in the soil, that can that may grow as fruit, and fruit contains seeds, and when the fruit fall down from the tree, when that may dry, when the seeds dry, that seeds, if they get sufficient water, moisture, then it germinates as a new plant. Otherwise, we also sow some seeds in the soil and we facilitate water. At that time, the seeds grow and they germinate and they grow. So this is also called as what? Reproduction through seeds. Example, you know, gram, pulses, beans. These are all the examples. Sow some bean seeds in water for some time. Otherwise, you take one bowl and keep some seeds in it and pour some water. Next, soak them for 1 hour. Then remove the excess water. Next, keep that seeds in one cloth and close the cloth as a pouch and keep aside for some time, for 5-6 hours. Okay, then if you open after 5-6 hours, you observe white color growth on seeds. That is called as germination. If you observe that seed, you can, if you open the cover, seed coat of the seed, you can see like this. 2 cotyledons you can see. So these are called cotyledons. Cotyledons. This is called embryo. This is called embryo. These 2 are called cotyledons or seed leaves. These are seed leaves. This is embryo, or you can say here these are cotyledons or seed leaves. This is embryo. Outer one is seed core. Seed core. These are the parts of the seed. These are the parts of the seed. Now we discuss about the dispersal of seeds. For proper growth of a plant needs sufficient air, water, sunlight and space. For sufficient growth of a plant needs sufficient water, air, sunlight and space. If there is any of this is lack, at that time there may be the effect on the growth of the plant. Okay, are you understanding the topic? For the proper growth of a plant needs sufficient air, water, sunlight and space. If there is any one lack of these topics, at that time the plant may not grow properly. That may affect the growth of the plant. I will give you one example for this. Okay, so what is that one? You have to take 2 parts. In that 2 parts, you have to fill with some soil. Take 2 parts, fill with soil and apply some manure. Manure means cow dung, like that you take cow dung, buffalo dung that you take and keep in that pots. And pour some water, mix it well, that one. Next, sow some 10-15 seeds in first part. Sow 10 to 15 seeds in first part. In second part, sow only 2 seeds. You keep 10 to 15 seeds in first part. In second part, only keep 2 seeds and water it regularly. After some days, you can observe the growth of plants from that parts you can observe the growth of plants. After again 1 week or 10 days, you can observe that in first part the plants may not grow properly. In second part, you can observe the sufficient growth of the plants. What is the reason here? Means in little space you sowed more seeds. Okay, in first part. So the all seeds germinated and growing. They didn't get sufficient air, sufficient space, sufficient water if you pour also they got, but other space they didn't get, and they didn't get sufficient sunlight. Okay, that's why they didn't grow properly. If you observe the second part, the two plants grow properly. Why they grow properly? They got proper sufficient sunlight, sufficient water, sufficient space, sufficient air also they got. That's why they grow properly. I think you have understood clearly. Try it at your home and do it. Sow the seeds and observe that one, how they are growing, and you have to note down the proper growth. You make one table, first part, second part. First 3 days, second 3 days, observation you have to write. Then you will understand the topic clearly. Okay, now come to the topic. Dispersal of seeds. What is here dispersal of seeds? Now we understood by the experiment, if the seeds do not get proper water, sunlight and space, air, if there is any one lack, they do not grow properly. So what here it is important? Dispersal is important. What is important? Dispersal is important. Dispersal is necessary. Dispersal means what? Scattering of seeds from one place to another place is called as what? Dispersal. Scattering of seeds from one place to another place is called as dispersal. Dispersal is of different types. Dispersal is of different types. Dispersal by wind. Some plants, they automatically go through the wind. Example, cotton, dry and ittage. That type of plants have hair-like structure on their body, on the fruit body. On the fruit body, a cotton fruit contains the fine thread-like structures on the cotton. So that's why they burst and the cotton seeds go through the wind. And they germinate where they got sufficient air, sunlight and water. Example here, one more tridox. This is Gatti Chamanti we say in Telugu. Hiptage, this plant also grow like that only. Next, by water. Some plants, they have the fruits just like a coconut and lotus. They have the dispersal. It is called as by explosion. Dispersal by explosion. Example, balsam and pea plant. In next class, we learn about the germination. Okay, with experiments we are going to learn in next class. But you have to properly read the topic and once write in your fair notes dispersal by wind, water, animal and explosion. Once you write with examples.